Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. We're at level 46. We have 200,000 US dollars to our name here. And today, I think we're going to be fighting Garuda, which should be pretty exciting. So I checked, the command is playtime. I have 1 day, 19 hours, which is... It's over 40 hours, so I could remove this little green sprout icon since I'm no longer a new player. But I think in the context of all of Final Fantasy XIV, I'm still a pretty new player, so we're going to leave it on for a while. Let's talk to Sienna. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Eh? What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time, you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Mangg. Come back and see me sometime, alright? uh-huh, uh-huh. So I found out you actually get to... I mean, maybe I misunderstood, but it seems like you get to fly in a Realm Reborn locations once you complete, like, the final Realm Reborn quest. Not even all, like, the bridge quests after that, just, like, the level 50 quest, which is pretty interesting. And I mean, it didn't seem like it required any other special, like, training or grinding or anything like that. Again, maybe I misunderstood, but we'll see. Greetings and salutations. Mr. Mangg, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Ailport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though, as Professor Lambertaint is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case. And while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelveswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twelveswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart, I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside the Spriggan's lair and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Alright, just heading to Bent Branch. Doing a little running. So yeah, I spent a bit more time, not a whole lot, doing some Yokai Watch stuff. So now, if we go here, I have 24 medals. which is quite a bit. It only costs 3 to get each minion. So I can get 8 more right now. And you only need 13 to get the mount. So all I need is like 6 more medals. And we can get a cool new mount. Which is the goal. I'll probably do that. But getting the really cool mount, the weapon one that you get from getting like 13 weapons or whatever, that's a little trickier. A big problem is just my movement speed between fates is just a little inadequate compared to everyone else. Just takes too long. There are too many that I just have to ignore because it's like I'll never make it in there. I'll never make it there in time. And it is a lengthy process. Because you only have a chance per fate of getting the legendary medal. So right now for this guy, I have 5. You need 10 for 1 weapon. So this guy's gonna get me the scholar weapon. I'll probably end up doing that, but even still, you know, that's like I'll need 110 more medals because each weapon now is 10 legendary medals. It's quite a bit of work just to get this mount. If I had nothing else to do in Final Fantasy, or not much else to do, I guess I would just go for it, because why not? But there's so many other things for me to do, so many other mounts I could be working towards. I don't know if it's really ideal. Damn it. God damn it. Game seems really quiet. For some reason, the audio levels for this game vary wildly every time I boot it up. All right, Crystal Bearer. That's my title. Oh, shit. Okay, this is... Oh, God. All right, let's just bum rush this thing down. There we go. Did we get it? We got it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, shit. It's okay. We're high level. And we're good. All right. Also did a bit more stuff in the gold saucer. Did another one of those gate things and some mini games. Entered the cact pot or whatever. The cact pot, the jumbo cact pot. So there's a mini one that you can just do 3 times every day to get you know, a little bit of MGP, and then there's the jumbo one where you put 3 tickets in per week and you pick 4 random numbers, and then every Saturday they announce the winning numbers, and depending on how many matchy numbers you got, you can win big. The big jackpot prize this week if you have all 4 matching numbers, is like 1.1 million MGP, which would be pretty sweet. We could get a few new mounts with that. But, you know, even if I got like 1 matching number, that's like 6,000. That's worth it. Not amazing, because we need 200,000 to get the Adamantoise mount, and we only have 25k, so we're a ways off. Ah, pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? This shit. My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Ugh, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether, worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. Yeah, fuck you, pay me. Beg your pardon, Mangg. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambertaint. Something about a man named Marquise. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Right. Let's do this Garuda thing. Yeah. Take me to my vessel. Damn it. All repairs and modifications have been completed, Mangg. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Here you go. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Mangg. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Good. Then pay me. Lady of the Vortex. According to my test, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... Mayhap it is better that we remain positive. Mangg, I want to thank you for you reuniting with me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand. Thinks we're gonna die?
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
Good old Mangg.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Brilliant.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
Uh-oh.
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession.
Shit. Sid is a Garlean.
And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light, it was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
I'm not sure I really understood the whole we appeared in light to give something to Sid. I mean, when did that what? All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Mangg, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. Alrighty. Let us read about this fight. It's two phases. We got two separate phases here. But spread out a bit. Okay, keep yourself spread out. I mean, it's still only 4-man. Okay. So 3 force HP, she disappears. Then she'll cast Mistral's Song. Get behind stone pillars and get out of line of sight immediately. Anyone in her line of sight will be killed. Holy shit! Then she spawns ads that try to destroy the stone pillars. Okay. Then there's another Mistral Song. More ads. Then she uses Aerial Blast. Damage depends on number of rocks that are still alive. Tank should use Limit Break to lessen the damage. Okay, great. That sounds rough. Phase 2. She limits the size of the boss room. Okay. Then Mistral Shriek. Run away from her. Everyone near her will take massive damage. Then there's another Mistral Song. More ads. Alright, this sounds complicated. And I'm the only healer. It's all up to me to keep people alive, other than their own stupidity. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's bring out Celine there. The Howling Eye. There it is. We're not even going to be level synced for this one. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12 preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Malja and Kobold prisoners, but why would the Ixal bring them here? Yeah. Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. Think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slick the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Slay the unfeathered ones we shall. As an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Mangg. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Mangg. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. Damn, they like Castlevania music. What the fuck? This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Again, I do feel bad for the other people. It's not like they can start without me. Alright. Oh, we're all newbies. Alright, this is going to be a disaster. Alright, we want to spread out. I'm spread. And, this could be a lengthy fight, so... Alright, there we go. Okay, that was a lot of damage. Hold on. shit, dude. Okay, let me sucker. And let's get a Whispering Dawn going. There we go. Okay, we really probably should destroy these ads, I think. Guys. Oh, shit. They all exploded. That's not gonna be good. It's like we know that there is some mechanic involving the pillars. We just don't know when. I mean, oh God. What? Wow. I mean, I was behind a pillar. That was our first wipe in this Let's Play, so... I gotta get Celine out. I mean, is there an option? Can I choose not to be with 3 other noobs? I'd prefer to be with some experts. This guy keeps following me. I don't think line of sight matters here. No, okay. I think that's just like a straight line attack. Okay. I mean, really... There you go. Our DPS is doing something. Okay. Right. Okay. Don't stack up. God damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Even my sucker didn't do much. I'm being overworked, man. Okay, now how is this? This has got to be safe, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Is that the one? No, I mean, I don't know. Can't tell. Maybe we each need to be behind our own pillar and we shouldn't stack up. That could be. I've now, you know, I'm the one fucking dying now. This isn't good. I think this attack is just straight in. So he shouldn't be standing. Oh, well, no. Oh, that was Mistral Song. Oh, shit. That's the one where you're supposed to be behind. God, I really did not interpret the guide very well. So what the fuck is the one where she goes in the middle? That might be the one where it just does damage based on how many pillars are still standing. And so we just didn't, it's not even my fault. I'm gonna assume that, I guess. Yeah, I think we really just need to burn down these plumes. I'm gonna put Whispering Dawn on. Fey Illumination. Sucker. God, I gotta take too much damage myself. There we go, I got a bubble. Got a big old bubble. Maybe I can survive. All right. Look at that. What are we doing wrong? Aerial Blast. Damage you and your party members take depends on how damaged the stone pillars are. Right. So this is not my fault. And the tank should use the limit break so we take less damage. I mean, maybe if I had, like, adloquiumed myself right before it, we could have survived. I could have survived. Oh, they gave us a buff because we're so shit. We are so shit. The Echo. Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I mean, not everyone's going to be great at the game, and, you know, you want to move on with the main story at some point. I don't know how to... Well, we'll see how it goes. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I could just bow out and find some other group. It would take me, like, 10 seconds. But it's kind of an asshole thing to do. I wonder if, like, for friction, Like, we shouldn't be standing next to any rocks. And really, I should probably help with the plumes as well. I mean, everybody should. This is where you stand behind rocks. See, there you go. No damage. Okay, here are the razor plumes. They really don't have much health, but they gotta die. A heal. There we go. Okay, let me get the Whispering Dawn in here. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I still don't think he's going to end up using the limit break, but maybe the HP boost will save us. Let me make sure he's at full. Somebody's definitely dying from this. I'll add Loquium myself. There we go. We did it, guys. We're the greatest. After we got buffed. Let me Lucid Dreaming. Oh, an Ether Flow. Do that. Forgot about that. Bay Illumination. Sucker. Just keep going. I think we're gonna get it. Nice. No, 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 no! What? How in the hells? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, Landwalkers? Uh-oh. My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ix will keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, Landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine! Damn, dude. You, Landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins. Not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. Yeah, I don't know. No, I claimed you. You should be mine. Shove your cock up your ass. I'll be taking that. Oh shit, got all 6. What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. And yet... alright. They must have all burned through that cutscene. I received 2 commendations. That's nice.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
We've done it!
Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda.
Shit. Text auto advance. Okay, that might save me some clicks.
Of all primals, the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Lord of the Inferno Almighty Ifrit, grant us succor in our hour of need!
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! Ah, it hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to... No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
"12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?"
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the 7 hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Damn, dude. Shit's getting real. Fucking Ultima weapon. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Mangg. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim me as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Yeah, but we will. We will. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's an upgrade. Hey, it's a nice red hat. Look at that. Damn. Decked out in red. Reclamation. It is past time that we return to the Waking Sands. To leave our headquarters in disrepair any longer would be to dishonor the memory of those who fell there. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. So yeah, that was definitely the toughest encounter we've had so far. It's possible, you know, if we had experts in there, I was the only noob, we could have just one-shot it and be done. But I guess there's something to be said about it, 4 noobs going in there and taking it out. It was also the most interesting, I think. I mean, that was a cool encounter, multiple, 2 phases, and instant death attacks, and line of sight, and it was cool. Tell me, Mangg, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the Solar. Okay, but first... pay me. Wait. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino. Mangg. Sid. Wait, is this a dream? I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. This place has seen better days. I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw he'd the church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start if Yashtola hadn't been here to help me. Yashtola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ulda to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Yashtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Allegan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the... yeah. I only really want that when they're voicing it. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Yashtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
Yashtola! Mangg, I see you and Alphino are safe, and Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis Soir guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Very nice. 47. Okay. So, let's see here. We have a handful more quests. Like 12 or something. Then another trial. Then like 2 dungeons. So next video is probably not going to be like game wise that exciting, but there's probably going to be quite a bit of story. There was a lot of story in this video, that's for sure. But yeah, things are heating up, man. Cool beans. Alrighty, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy 14. See you fine folks in the next part.